Welcome to SuperStarcraftBros.
Gold Wednesday.
I'm Jay.
And I'm Iron Sparks.
And we have another Protoss.
But this time it comes with sound.
We have come to the conclusion for the Tuesday game, right? That we have watched and played so much StarCraft, our brain can now put the noise in for us, which is kind of cool and slightly sad.
So yesterday you guys heard us.
But hey, if you've played enough StarCraft, your brain can fit in the noise.
Yeah, you already knew what noises were.
You know what they
Next
sound
time
like.
we're just going to see if you guys can just fill in what our voices will sound like, and we'll just have the gameplay.
So they're going to sit at their computer, yell at the game, and cast it themselves? Oh, boy. Alright, guys. Well, it is Gold Wednesday. Let's hope this is better than Bronze and Silver. Oh, God, I hope so. So, without further ado, Iron Sparks introduce the Protoss and the Terran player on Newkirk Precinct.
Well, in our bottom left corner, we have our red Protoss, the Stoic.
The Stoic.
And his opponent.
Can I do this one?
Yep.
Tharnambular!
Who sent in this game?
Is it a new replay?
No.
Oh, I thought you zoomed out more. Alright, big thanks to Tharnambular for sending in his replay. It's a he, right?
Yes.
Okay, just don't want to like totally insult Tharnambular and then we don't get any replays anymore. That'd be sad. Alright, gateway down for Stoic. And Tharnambular has his barracks down at the top of his ramp, doing the standard build. And that probe is a little mad because the SCV like kind of moved over to the side and he couldn't get attacked anymore. What are we doing?
I want to know what they're talking about.
Let's see. Good luck and good gaming. That's very common for Tharnambular. Was that me?
Oh, he must have been lagging.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It's like, what are these?
It's okay. It's just a game. Oh my, Tharnambular, how do you play with all the nice people?
This is not a game.
I want to play with nice people on BattleNet.
This isn't a game.
True, but I want. What is it?
This is a way of life.
I thought you're gonna it's gonna be like Ender's Game, and it's all like a lie, and we're actually killing things.
Maybe.
That's so sad that.
Though I'm sorry for whoever.
Yeah.
Whoever I'm controlling, I'm sorry.
All right, the probe is doing a lot of harassment, but regardless, the barracks does finish for Tharnambular.
It got a kill.
It did. Oh, it did get one SCV, I suppose, and avenged by the brother SCV, and back at the Stoic's base. Cybernetics core is going down, and we got the full wall off coming on Tharnambular.
Well, we have Reapers on their way.
You know, I like the Reaper play, and I'm going to be very interested to see how this does on a map like Newkirk Precinct, because it is a one spawn for each player. You know, you can't have this corner, that corner, and there is such a short distance. I think it'll be good.
And you can jump in right there.
Yeah, I think Reapers are going to be good. And then there's just the big old question, is Tharnambular going to go with 1, 2? Is he going to try and max it more? Because, I mean, to do a lot of damage, I found that you need like 3 or 4 Reapers.
Yeah, I mean, they can be pesky on their own.
Yeah, I mean, they can, but they're not going to be able to one-shot anything.
No. But you know what can one-shot stuff?
Planetary Fortresses?
DTs.
Yes, they can. DTs can pretty much one-shot buildings.
Because you know what?
What?
They have, like, awesomeness. That's what they're made of. That's what makes them invisible.
Well, why don't they, like, invest some of that awesomeness in some armor?
Because the awesomeness makes them invisible.
Alright, Reaper is now into the Stoic's base.
Actually, you can't jump in right here.
I thought you could. And he goes into the mineral line, gonna jump behind the crystals. He actually has a conga line of probes behind him. Dun 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 probe! Dun 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 probe! That guy was like, I thought this was a buffet line. And all the probes right there attempted to jump off that cliff. It just wasn't gonna work.
But you see how it's a double.
It is a double?
Yeah, because there's a ramp here. And a ramp here. It's like a double-double.
I like double-doubles.
And there is the first StarCraft.
I like singles, too.
And, you know, we're going straight for this factory.
Good call. I'm with Heart of the Swarm. You gotta have that mech tech in your play. And let's see. Do we have any other Reapers on the field, or is it just that one to do some scouting and some harassment? Just the one. Alright. Let's see. Command Center also being built by Tharnambular on the high ground to protect it, so he can secure some forces first before pushing down to his natural. But it looks like the Stoic really hasn't moved out of space too much.
Not at all.
And especially with that mind game from the Reaper.
Yeah. Looks like Ben said he's going to go a pretty standard safe 4-gate. And he really wishes. That he didn't want to. Warp gates.
What? What do you mean? What? What do you mean? What does he mean? Alright, Reaper comes in to go, what do you mean? It is going to do, try and get a couple shots maybe, or might be used for scouting. Is going to be intercepted by a stalker, and I don't, nope, oh my god, how much life does he have?
1.
That's impressive. That's impressive.
Maybe Stoic was talking about, I wish I didn't have to research warp gates.
Maybe.
But, I don't know. No, that'd be OP.
Oh, yeah, it would be.
I mean, because you just have one gate, plop a ply on,
yeah,
and then you're like, hey, I'm here.
Hey, I'm warping in at the 2-minute mark. Hey, what's up, guys? All right, let's see. The Stoic is moving down. We'll probably see expansion from this. He is going to run into that Reaper he's been trying to kill. Reaper is going to die, and we do have the expansion from Tharnambular, so he's going to be ahead in the expansion count. And hey,
tanks.
love tanks. That pesky research.
We should have like a world of tanks.
Isn't that a game?
So it's tanks.
That's a game. That was a game for the Wii U.
Tanks.
That got terrible reviews.
Yeah.
They play tonight at the Cosmopolitan.
No.
I actually don't know if they're going on a concert tour.
Maybe.
That's not real. You just made that up. Stargate on the way for the Protoss player. I'm thinking we're going to see an Oracle out of that. We do have Cha-Cha of 4 stalkers.
You know, either an Oracle or a Void Ray can do pretty decently, especially since if there's going to be a heavy focus on tanks.
And we do have this tank right here on the side of the cliff. He might be able to be quickly targeted by the stalkers. Does unload 1 volley from his tank tank cannon before going down. Looks like the drop has to abort its mission and try and take off this this aggression from the Protoss player.
Which I think Tharnambular should be able to hold this off. He has a decent amount of Marines, and he has that medvac.
Ooh, medvac saves that 1 Marine from going into the red. But the medvac was targeted by the stalkers and does go down.
But you know, sometimes sacrifices have to be made in the field of war.
I thought this was in a city.
There's some grass.
Actually, isn't this on a space platform?
I
love that middle. That's so cool.
It's
That's
a precinct.
That is pretty right
It's
there.
a precinct.
That's pretty.
You're pretty.
Why, thank you. I try. All right, bunker's going down. Oracle is on the way for the Stoic. And we got more tanks. We got medvacs, SCVs, bunker, supply depot. We got the whole shebang. And a yawn.
One thing I would like to see from Tharnambular.
What?
An engineering bay.
You know, upgrades are great, especially when you're going against Protoss.
And you know, especially if you kinda.
He's like the pinnacle of gentleman players. When his opponent does something nice, he goes, "Hey, that was good. Good job."
What's he talking
Then he
about?
taunts them.
What's he talking about?
The early attack.
Oh.
What? Is he whispering him?
No.
Huh. Oh well. Oracle is now out, getting that energy charged up so he can go and do some harassment against the Terran player. And the Stoic is scared of Tharnambular's manners. You know, manners are a scary thing for people who don't have them. I like the cannon besides the mineral line for the Stoic. He's already seen that there's a big probability for drops, so he has his main mineral line protected. And
Anyway, like I was saying before I got distracted.
what did you get distracted by?
What they were talking
Oh,
about.
okay.
The engineering bay.
Right there.
You know, you kind of had your Protoss opponent kind of back a little.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be surprising to see DTs.
But I don't feel like the Stoic is at a point in the game where he necessarily needs DTs.
Every point in the game.
Yeah, I know.
DTs.
If you could like start with DTs, it'd be amazing. But I don't think it's gonna work. Now the sad part is, oh dear, this medvac is gonna fly right past the 2 oracles. Hey, how's it going, guys? What's up? Oh, nothing much. Hey, I'm gonna stay with you guys, okay? Why?
You know, that was pretty decent attention paid by Tharnambular.
Yeah, so he spots these 2 oracles. He's got missile turrets on the way now. I don't know if they're going to finish in time before the oracles are able to activate their weapons.
No.
And it does. I thought that the medvac was actually going to come back, but I think what happened was Tharnambular's APM turned to the missile turrets, which building SCVs have been taken off. This one missile turret is going to finish on the side here. And it's going to be able to deal some damage. We're going to have a drop of Marines in the mineral line to try and thwart now 3 Oracles.
And one does bite the dust.
One goes down. The rest lose their shields. But they are going to do a little bit of scouting. They'll probably try and do some harassment over here at the second. But there are Marines here to help at least defend this position. And medvacs are here to heal up the SCVs. And
yeah, none fell at the second.
Good work on that part.
But just checking this, he did lose 13.
13 workers. That's a lot.
12.
12? Oh, yes, because he did lose that one SCV at the beginning of the game. So not a bad attack, but I mean, it was 3 Oracles. But now I think there is one still hiding in the corner up there.
But now it's probably not going to happen again.
No, the missile turrets have been plopped down. Just like drops are going to be very difficult for Tharnambular because cannons have been put down by the mineral lines. Now, if he wants to drop in and go through the side, that's still fair game. Oracles could do that too.
Exactly, but now the Stoic is not going to continue on with those Oracles, but instead going to switch it over to Void Rays.
Good counter to the tank presence that Tharnambular has on the map.
Tharnambular needs to slow down.
Yeah, I think he needs to build a couple more things first, though.
But just going through what he is building, he is getting another command center. He's getting an armory, medvacs, SCV, tank, marauder. Just about to finish level 1 for infantry armor. Stim pack almost done, about a little over halfway, and just about to finish the attack 1.
Looks like that Oracle did move back into Tharnambular's base, poked its head in, then ran away, probably because it hit a couple cannons. Nope, not yet. Turrets. Whatever. We do have a move out of Tharnambular's forces. They are kind of spread out as they head west on the map.
But now they converge to one point.
They do. We'll probably, hopefully, see some good siege positions from the tanks. No, they're going to elevator into the base, except for that one marauder.
I want to come.
He forgot his ticket. We do have a scan that reveals that most of the Stoics' base, or at least army, is right there. Oh no, this actually might not be a good spot. We have a drop in between the two halves of the Stoics' army. We have a cannon down there, and here comes the pincher move from the high ground. Tank able to do a little bit of damage to the units up there. Guardian shield thrown up to try and negate some of that range damage, and we do have a recall back to... Well, why did they stay like invisible?
Because they weren't there yet.
That was a weird play. Wow, I didn't realize how many units the Stoic actually lost on that. Alright, well, the Stoic does do a little fancy move that saves the remaining... That was weird. And
like, what's different from being right here to being right here?
I mean, he wasn't... There's no damage on the Nexus. It wasn't like he was saving the Nexus. I don't know. We do have a little bit of Terran forces left out here. What would be the third for the Stoic? And we don't have any reinforcements streaming in just in case there's a push. But it does look like we do have reinforcements on the way. We do have one medvac loaded up now. It's got the boosters going, and it'll rendezvous with the units down there. Scan reveals what's left of the Stoics units, and that probe actually finds the location of the Terran army.
It's got a shock. It's got a shock.
Yeah. It's a new term. It's got a suck getting shot. It's got a shot. What did you say? Shut?
Shuck.
Shuck. Alright. No, that had kind of... Okay. Tank destroyed by the Void Rays. This medvac was getting a little too ahead of itself. It's going to drop off the units there at the rendezvous part for Tharnambular. And, you know, with all those Void Rays, we're going to need to see a lot more Marines, I think. At least maybe a dozen more.
Yeah, you can see Marines, or...
Oh, we got the Vikings.
You can get Vikings.
I just wish,
On a star.
Vikings would attack faster.
I wish they were like how they were in that cutscene.
Oh, they were amazing. Like, swoop in there, fire some missiles, land, do some shooting, then jump up in the air and take off.
And then get thrashed by an Ultra.
Takes like 5 hours to like land with a Viking. This one Zealot got past this whole squad. That tank was like, I don't care about him. Alright, well, evidently concussive shells are finished.
That guy was... He was going to make it far in life.
Yeah, he was. Alright, we have a mass-up of troops for Tharnambular. Both players not too far off in the supply. It's 122 to 112, so we're about 10 supply different. And you're... Oh, I see what you're doing. Thor is on the way.
Thor,
I thought you were just trying to give everybody a seizure.
What?
All right, we do have an attempt at a drop on the high ground now. Tanks up on the high ground. We do have the pincher attack down on the bottom. I love this two-pronged attack. These tanks are going to be kind of the sacrifice, but the zealots are mowed down. The mothership core easily picked off. The Void Ray is taking heavy damage from the Marines. We do have a stim to increase the DPS of the bio units. Scan goes down trying to spot anything cloaked.
No, it's just so we can see the high ground.
Oh, the high ground as well.
The thing is, like, he has to be careful with his Marines.
Well, once he loses all of them, if there's still Void Rays on the field. Just like, oh, Tharnambular was thinking of moving? No, it must have just been listed.
I mean, he does have a Viking still.
The Void Ray line is broken now. He's going to be able to rain damage onto the natural cannon and pylon. Go down. Go in for the probe line, Tharnambular. Go in.
Just take the Nexus.
I think that's what he's going to try and do. Reinforcement units are flooding in now. It looks like the Stoic during this has expanded and created a third.
Yeah, he did that right before this.
Bad timing on that. I bet he would have liked that 400 minerals earlier. I mean, he probably could still cancel. But Nexus is finished now. And it looks like
I think he'll be okay.
Yeah. I mean, he's finishing up the shield upgrade right now. GG thrown out by the Stoic, and Tharnambular takes the win.
You know, it somehow worked, but it was just curious plopping the tanks up there.
I like that move. I mean, they would have done quite a bit of damage before anything came for them, and they would have also been able to soak up some damage, which would have allowed more time for the rest of Tharnambular's army to move in. I don't know if that was what he was thinking, but that's what it looked like. Alright, guys, leave a comment down below.
Here's the Viking and a Viking.
Gotta love that double Viking. Vikeception. It's a new drug out.
Yeah.
Alright, guys. Again, comment down below. Like, share, subscribe, favorite. We'd greatly appreciate it.
Send us in your replays at SuperStarcraftBros@gmail.com, just like Tharnambular did.
Yep. Big thank you to Tharnambular. That email address is down below for your replays. We'll see you tomorrow. Good luck. Have fun.
GG.